Alright. What's up, everybody? It's good to be back casting some StarCraft here. It is going to be, of course, another episode of the Salt Mines where we delve into the sad debacles of people playing competitive games and blaming anyone but themselves for their losses. Down here in the bottom right side, we've got Heresy, spelt incorrectly, I love it. And down here we got Fiorum. So the red team is a Zerg Protoss duo. Up against the north side, we got Legacy in the Zerg and Pyramid in the Protoss. So Zerg Protoss versus Zerg Protoss, a mirror match. And Pyramid in the top left says, good luck, have fun. And then says, in the allied chat, should we attack at 7 minutes together? So already starting to plan some stuff. I'm pretty sure it's random ladder, I would imagine, which means obviously trying to just get some semblance of a plan is one of the best ways to level up in that regard. It's funny, he's like, oh, I'm going to go 2-base muta. Then you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll go, 4-gate or something, put some aggression on, keep him busy, and then your mutas can surprise them. Usually a really good way to do it. But in my experience, it's hard to get people to actually do anything. They just, don't respond or, occasionally they do or don't. Personally, my pet peeve and the reason I stopped playing team games with random people and not with friends is Protoss players I found would always just wall themselves in on cannons, and the other two opponents would just rush you, and you'd be like, can you help? And they're like, sorry, cannons don't move. And I'm like, that's why you probably shouldn't be going cannons, Protoss player. What the hell, man? It's a team game. It's not just you try to survive as long as you can. Legacy comes out and says, considering you can't scout the random as a Protoss, I'm not interested in anything you have to say. What? Okay, so one of the opponents must have actually been random going into the game. You're literally the only race that doesn't lose a worker to buildings. Oh my god, wait, what? What do you mean literally? Oh, because the Terran has to use an SCV to build a building, he loses it, and because you got better production to make up for that. Pyramid's like, oh, okay, well, what are you gonna... Alright, no worries, buddy, but what are you gonna build? Legacy's like, did you just read what I wrote? You didn't scout, so shut the fuck up. Oh my god, okay, so we are literally witnessing the most frail, stupid mindset ever. He's like, you can't even scout the random. It's like, dude, you have overlords. Just send your overlord in and see what you're up against. Now, I can already hear his response, but then they might kill it. Yeah, not this early. At least poke in, see what they are, and then pull back. Legacy is literally insulting the opponent for not worker scouting while not using their overlord to scout. There are degrees of nincompoopery in this game, and I believe Legacy may have gone to the highest... Well, nope, sorry, Legacy just found... I thought Legacy was at the tippity top of the mountain, but it keeps going up. It says, go scout, you dumb N-word. Wow. Wow. With the hard R as well. Fine, I kill you, says Legacy as well. Okay, wow. What the hell, dude? What the frig is going on? Scouting now with Adept, says Pyramid. Pyramid's still trying to placate him. And Legacy starts attacking the Adept of the Queen, but then says, oh, I need to inject. I'll go back and inject. So Legacy here is actually just a friggin' insane person. And Pyramid is... I love it that Pyramid's just been like, okay, not engaging with the Psycho banter and just trying to, respond calmly to, okay, I'm sorry I didn't scout, but okay, well, what's our game plan? Didn't you hear what I said? I'm not interested in what you have to say. Stupid N-word, it's too late now. We don't know what the fuck the other race is to build. Showing, of course, a genius level of strategy. Remember, guys, you definitely can't just do a solid build and build things in StarCraft. You have to float 500 minerals because we don't know what race they are, you fucktard. I love it. This is just genius level play. Now, they're getting shield battery proxy rushed by Heresy, who has a single zealot, 2 stalkers, and shield battery. So I can tell we're watching very high level StarCraft. Oh, it is actually 4-gate as well. So it's a 4-gate shield battery rush. Oh my god, that's going to be nasty. And it looks like Fiorum is going to try to back that up with Ling speed Zerglings, but isn't really building any. Fiorum's got 800 minerals in the bank. Starts building Lings. Legacy has actually not followed through on the I'm gonna kill my teammate comment. And oh, not healing the pylon until the last second. Oh, Pyramid does manage to heal the pylon. Pyramid trying to hang on here with Oracle, Zealot, Stalker, and that shield battery overcharge. But there's so many Stalkers for Heresy. I think it's going to be a losing battle because that battery will run out. But the Lings have run straight to the main base. Heresy left the door wide open, was too focused on doing the 4-gate. And Legacy just runs in, has way more Lings than Fiorum. Remember, Fiorum messed up their production. Fiorum could try to fight here in the choke point and maybe defend the front. And if Heresy keeps warping in some Adepts or Zealots there, that could be good. A lot of Spines going down for Fiorum, but they're not going to be able to defend the Protoss player's base. Back at home, the Stalker Sentry still dancing back and forth. Pyramid still trying to fight, hanging on. Legacy builds 11 drones while there's a 4-gate attack in his natural. Like, Legacy, the Zerg blue player, is actually insane. He's gonna run Lings inside the main base as well. Fiorum's losing a lot of drones as well. Just avoiding those spine crawlers on the right side and getting on in there. Legacy, honestly, maybe an absolute nincompoop, but they figured out rule 101 of StarCraft, which is if they've got an army on the front you don't want to deal with, just go around, especially when you're using a mobile army like Zerglings. A recall's gonna happen. He's gonna force the whole army to recall, keeping the Nexus alive for Pyramid. So Pyramid keeps his expansion alive. And they're actually way ahead, right? Legacy's, yeah, total 61 workers up against 30 workers. They've got more than double the worker count. The moment they break this shield battery position, they should be able to win this game. +1 melee is going to finish, which will help out. But if they join forces, they could do really well. Pyramid, oh, isn't down there. Legacy's going to go in on their own. Legacy's got to get out of there. Shouldn't be overcommitting here, mate. Legacy just runs in on their own. Of course, it's very dangerous for Pyramid to come in and support because he's got a much slower army. He's going to come down and try to help out. And it looks like they're actually working together. I guess Legacy with no follow-through. Can you believe it, guys? Someone who blames their opponent for not worker scouting. Didn't even ask for it. That's what's so bloody insane. Didn't even say, could you please probe scout? It'll mess up my build too much if I do it or something like that. It's just like, just a minute in, it's like, yeah, you didn't even friggin' do it. You didn't even work a scout. Yeah. I think Legacy's doing all right with the Lings. That force field's actually trading pretty well, though. A lot of the Zerglings are dying. He's gonna finally... Oh, the battery heal at the last second! Oh, and all Pyramid has is a Void Ray, so can't really go in there without getting killed by the Stalkers. And looks like, oh, we're signaling on the ground. Yeah, I don't know if that's Legacy or Pyramid. Oh no, a Void Ray runs in and dies. Oh, he's targeting the pylon. He's saying, you need to attack the pylon, you idiot! You stupid fuck! Why aren't you attacking the pylon? Why aren't you doing it? Pyramid's still just like, dude, you know I've been fighting 1v2 these guys for a few minutes and having my economy get wrecked, right? Legacy's taking a fair bit of economic damage. Looks like we'll defend, but that +1 melee for Fiorum finally kicking in. Fiorum's still floating a lot of money, but the fact that Fiorum's getting some damage here is very important because the red team, despite that rush looking promising at the start, are way behind. But oh, Charge is kicked in, and I'll tell you what, Charge Void Ray wrecks unupgraded Stalkers. Even with Blink, the Stalkers will get run over unless they have perfect micro and good positioning. Looks like we've got 1-1 upgrades will be done for Fiorum soon. We'll be able to keep massing Zerglings, but Heresy is still down at just 14 workers. So Fiorum really has to do the heavy lifting. My ally has Down syndrome, GG. What? Where did that come? And the opponent's like, just the Ling Russia. Okay, this is great. I love that Fiorum is getting in on this stupidity here. It's like, you guys, Fiorum, you know your team literally did a 4-gate proxy battery rush. He's like, yeah, but Ling Rush is lower skill than that because you don't need to build buildings with it. Lol, Toss got fucked up. Bitch something. It's meant to be bitch something, I think. But now I'm AFK, says Legacy, because this dude is a fucking clown. Okay, you're such a tryhard, Legacy. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Legacy, looks like is actually going AFK here. Oh no, moves the army down. So this... Wait. Just built more drones and roaches. What are you talking about? So Legacy's like, oh yeah, I'm going AFK. I just saw another roach in the production tab. So Legacy is like, no, I'm going AFK. Inject is injecting hatcheries as well. Oh, okay, yeah. Legacy's not. Legacy is a bit of a poop, a player with no follow through, a bit of a poop head. They're just like, But yeah, I think we can tell that Legacy has a problem with Protoss, right? You're a broken English, fuck Jin morons, says Legacy, because that's the. But wait. That's in Allied chat. I don't know if he meant to send that to all or not, because Legacy is the one who's had the most broken English this entire game. Everyone else has spoken very clearly. Legacy is the one who's had like the ragey typos and stuff. You piece of shit. You've done nothing all game. I should just kill you, says Legacy. Wait, are we gonna kill? Let's go to Legacy's camera. Okay, we're watching Legacy, who by the way is gonna go AFK for the rest of the game. Right now, macroing at 1:50 APM. Going double Evo Infestation Pet Hydroden, saying I should just kill you, is now watching their ally clear up all the Hydras in the middle of the map. Pyramid's doing it. Legacy purposefully not helping, is just idling the army there. Oh my lord. Petty. This is honestly the weakest mentality though. So like I was getting to just before, I feel like Legacy basically just has a problem with Protoss. It's like, Protoss, they've probably been cannon rushed one too many times. I think this is something a lot of players get stuck on. They're like, their worker can warp in multiple buildings. I have to sacrifice a drone. They can do cannon rushes. They can make 6 pylons with 1 worker. I can't do that. And it's like, wait. You're not a Terran player. You can't make that argument. You can make 6 overlords at once and it doesn't take any workers. And they're like, well, but for other buildings, I need to lose a worker. And it's like, well, isn't Zerg overpowered because you don't need to use workers to build supply at all? You just build 10 of them at once off your hatcheries. But no, I only want to look at the numbers that support the fact that I'm playing the hard faction and everyone else is playing the easy one. And if my opponent doesn't read my mind at the start of the game and know that it's their job to scout and not mine, then it ruins the game and we won't know what build to do. And then I'll get upset and I'll attack their adept with my queen. Then I'll threaten to go AFK. But 10 seconds later, I'll go back to macroing. But I won't help them fight. I won't join armies together. I'm like, literally, Legacy out there. I hope you're watching this. You are the biggest fucking child, man, baby. And people are like, well, what if it is a child, Pig? And I'm like, I'm sure it is, guys. There's a lot of 36-year-old children playing video games and saying bad things to their teammates. I guarantee you that half the people we watch in this show are in their 30s, 40s, 50s. Sure, some of them are 12-year-olds maybe who've looked up some naughty words on 4chan and are now spamming them on the ladder. But yeah, it's always fascinating to think about these people and what they're up to. Legacy's actually got enough to 1v2 because the opponents just took so much damage. I mean, Heresy's got a bunch of Phoenix and is trying to go like Sky Toss as the next step, but like has next to no economy, 35 probes, 37 drones for Fiorum, who's just going Ling Hydra, has 2/1/1 upgrades. How many Evo chambers do you have, dog? 2 Evos, is obsessed with, is trying to play Hydra Ling Bane, but only on a 37 drone economy. And Legacy is on 76 workers. Pyramid's now back up to 50, despite weathering that storm earlier in the game. Has a pretty good Zealot Archon Void Ray army. Could take this down. Oh, but doesn't see it. Pyramid, watch out. Oh no. Oh no, Pyramid's in trouble. Looks like some Phoenix fluid on the right distracted the whole army over there. Oh, some drones got killed on the high ground. They do pull them away though. Joining forces! Pyramid and Legacy, they're kind of spitting at each other. They're like, oh, I don't like rubbing shoulders with your dirty people. But they are joining forces and fighting. Legacy, despite trying to blame them losing the game on the teammate, not knowing what to do on the teammate, they've outplayed their opponents. Like, I feel like Legacy has tried as hard as possible to basically throw this game away by having a fragile mentality, but Pyramid held on like a champ. A single, or I guess 2 big Ling backstabs basically got the back of the game, and we see a player here. I wonder if this hurts more. The fact that you won when you kept acting like you'd lost the game, crying the entire time. Does this make you realize that maybe you're the idiot? I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Legacy doesn't have that self-awareness. Legacy just shrugs shoulders and is like, yeah, I guess I carried despite my opponent being so bad at StarCraft. Of course, ignoring the fact that the charge lots have cleaned up 3 consecutive armies from the opponent, while Legacy was doing nothing but macroing up. Almost like one of you was fighting while the other was macroing. It's like your strategies were joined together, almost like teammates, supporting each other and covering different areas of the game. So one of you can be good at fighting at one moment, and then the other one will use that to build their economy, then have a bigger army. It's almost like it's a team game. You're on the same team, and that's how it works. Wow. Legacy, I think you may have made me realize something absolutely wondrous about team games in StarCraft. It's that they're actually team games. Absolutely genius. Thank you for this revelation. Honestly, I wouldn't have known without watching this, and it was due to you just being so objective and pointing out that your opponent, the stupid Protoss player, didn't scout and is an absolute monkey. Bloody well done, mate. Also, good job with the diagnosis on the Down syndrome. I'm sure that's completely accurate. Yeah, for sure. Real intelligent player, Legacy, and I hope to God that none of you out there ever have to play with Legacy on your team on the ladder. All right, let's go into game number 2, guys, for today's show. And oh my God, already starting with a strong mentality. I think I'm seeing the theme for today, guys. That is fragile people being upset simply because of the faction. An ally or opponent is people with really just rock solid mentalities. Down here, Patches at the bottom right says, hi, have fun, good luck. Metalbeard says, what? patch was Terran ever nerfed in? Probably in a patch at some point, says Patches. I mean, there's been thousands over the years. Metalbeard says, never, not once. Oh, okay, just play Terran, easy wins. Yes, 100%. Game-killing cancer. Full stop. Actually, full stop. Oh, so you guys can tell using punctuation here to add real depth, a sense of weight to their words. Metalbeard, an absolute legend here. So apparently believes Terran is the cancer game-killing race. You know, you basically, everything that's wrong with StarCraft is because of the man with the gun. Patches says, I'm sorry for killing your C2, mate. I'm sorry, buddy. I like this. Patches is a cheeky bugger. Patches is like, hey, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Metalbeard says, I can't fucking wait for Stormgate. No, you're not sorry. You're not. Full stop, full stop. I like there's a full stop at the end of every sentence. This is nice. You're just some bitch abusing the easiest race in the game. Patches says, well, the human resistance in Stormgate, the upcoming RTS from Frost Giant Studios, is basically Terran. So you won't be able to escape. You're going to be playing the Terran race there as well. Oh, this is great. Must suck being a patch, Terran little baby. This is the greatest thing when someone's there kind of smiling at you or just like laughing at your incoherent rage. And then you're the one who's like, oh yeah, you little baby. Are you crying now? Are you crying, you little baby? And it's like, you're the one who's crying. I don't think the self-awareness meter is very low in the players we watch in this show, guys. I'm loving it, says Patches. Wings of Liberty was the only time your race took any amount of skill. Okay, now that's objectively wrong. Every single race's skill cap went way up in Heart of the Swarm and Legacy as more units were added. Things like medevac boost were added. The economy got massively boosted in the early game, which means that we go to 3, 4, 5, 6 bases way more often. 8 bases, 9 bases even in Legacy of the Void. Terran has actually become harder and harder as it goes on because there's so much stuff to manage. So you could actually argue it the opposite way. But of course, Metalbeard is not interested in facts or logic. Simply the fact that, well, maybe I was better at the game in 2011, 2012, 2010, and I didn't lose to Terran as much, and now I lose to Terran more, and that's, remember guys, when things are going bad for you in your life, this is like a life lesson for everyone, which we can learn from Metalbeard, who's clearly doing well. It's basically never your fault. So just, if what you want to do is you want to look around, you cast your mind's eye around. Ego is very helpful for finding these reasons and find what it is that's holding you back in your life, and just make sure if you find something and there's evidence that it's something that's not in your control, or something that is in your control, sorry, that can't be it. It has to be something that's not in your control at all, remember? Because if you're looking for things you can influence in this world, you're lying to yourself. Really, the world is something that is mean to you, it's unfair, and everything is bad. The Queen is so OP, says Patches. LOL, you have the Marine! In the Widow Mine, you have no right to complain about any other unit. Nah, Queen's OP, it needs to be removed. You can tell Patches has a big grin on their face and is just like hitting the trigger salty idiot opponent button right now. And is pressing that button over and over, is like, nah, Queen's more overpowered than Terran units, buddy. And Metalbeard's so infuriated by this. He's like, how dare you complain? And that's what I really wanted to know. I like that Patches is helping us find what Metalbeard's thoughts are. By saying that, we now know Marines, Widow Mines are big problem points. Also, 100 mineral splash unit, A-move. Hellion is one of the most useless units in the game when you don't micro it. It is all about how you micro the unit because it shoots a thin line and it shoots very slowly. So you've got to move and shoot as much as possible and position them correctly or they're not useful. So the fact that Metalbeard's calling them A-move units, very intelligent. When let's be real, most Zerg armies are a lot more A-movey than Terran armies, guys. Even if it's mech, they've still got to siege up, whereas Zerg just kind of needs to position before the fight and then go for the A-move for the most part. Have fun in Stormgate, you new bitch! They should remove the Ling, by the way, to be honest, said Patches. I love it, I love it. Patches is just like, yeah, he's just trying to prompt him. And it's funny because, like, Metalbeard is actually, yeah, I don't know, Metalbeard's in a pretty bad position, actually. Third command center is coming up, equal workers with Terran. Patches is looking really good. I can't wait to spam Riflemen in Stormgate to win. Oh, Patches. Patches is like, oh, I can tell you hate Marines. He's like, I bet there's going to be a Marine type unit like a Rifleman or something. And I'm going to spam them and I'm still going to take your ladder points. And Metalbeard is actually, I mean, obviously a delusional player, but that actually is going to really piss them off for sure. Oh, Lings go past. Hellions are going to drive in. There's no drones for them to kill, unfortunately. They're going to drive in and kill like one drone and then back away. Oh god, oh god, oh god. That's a big Ling run by, guys. The Liberator's going to fly into the Spore and die. Back at home, the Lings surround their Hellions in the natural. Oh no, there's no wall off. There's no wall off. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Raise the wall, raise the wall. Wait. Is he going to let him wall this off? If those Lings run in the main, it's game over. If those Lings run in the main, it's game over. Metalbeard lets him land the barracks. Oh my god, you nincompoop. Metalbeard could have just got in and killed every single worker. Even just splitting 5 or 6 Lings in the main would have done catastrophic damage there. The Aliens get back in defense. I mean, it's still a massive cost for Patches. Patches barely keeps the Aliens alive with some good micro, but losing 17 SCVs says, wow, OP race at half the worker count. This should be a pretty simple victory for Metalbeard. Is behind on the upgrades, though. There's like 1 stim and 3 mules dropping. As long as Metalbeard just drones up. Wait, Metalbeard has Silver League Spore Crawlers. Patches is like, wow, OP race, you meanie. What is micro, says Metalbeard. It wasn't really about micro, mate. It was you caught him out of position. I don't know, to be honest. This Patches never microed, mate. I don't know. Never done it. Can you explain, please? Yeah, you are Terran after all. I'm not surprised you don't know what micro is. Isn't it great when, like, someone's deathly serious in a conversation and the other person clearly doesn't care and is just friggin' having fun? This is, like, my favorite sort of conversation is when one person's, like, trying to jump on the other person's statements, like, ha! I have proof, you lose! And the other guy's, like, trolling the entire time, but the first party, of course, Metalbeard in this case, is too oblivious to realize that that is the case. He's going Roach Speed, and I still don't know why we've got Silver League Spore Crawlers. Why are there 2 Spore Crawlers behind each base? You know what's so genius about this, guys? What if the Liberator just comes in and flies in from the front? Also, it was 1 Liberator. People don't keep building Liberators all game. Despite that, I think a mass Roach Speed bust could still just win the game. Roach Speed is done far enough out on mining. That could be very powerful. Combat Shields forgotten here for Patches, hitting a big supply block as they are going into Marine Tank. They've got some Hellions, but going to be a dangerous period in the game for Patches, hitting such a huge supply block. Dropping mules, still no depots building. Okay, 1 depot finish, but instantly supply blocked again, and he's going to start 1 more depot. Gary and Bruce, Patches. Where's Gary and Bruce at, mate? For those who don't know, Gary and Bruce in my Terran Bronze to GM were our 2 SCVs whose job it was to build supply depots all game long till we're at 200 supply. And yeah, only building 2 depots when you're already this supply block, a little late on that. Oh man. But Patches is going for an attack and Mass Roach moves out. They don't see it. Okay, he sees it now. This is a really good position for Metalbeard right now. Metalbeard may be a bit of a salty triad, but oh man, the tanks weren't siege. They're going to get a few good shots off. The Marines have pretty good damage with +1, but they're so fragile with no combat shields. And that's going to be a really good cleanup from Metalbeard. Holding this attack is huge, because now Metalbeard can just drone on up, or counterattack actually. Could even make a bunch of Ravages and just go mass counterattack. It's Roach Ling though, it's not just Mass Roach. So Metalbeard building a bit of a random hodgepodge of units. On the other hand, there's no tanks, there's nothing to defend. There's like a pack of Marines. Combat Shields is still not finished. The SCVs and Mules have to run away. But the Lings are a bit separated from the Roaches. It's not that big an army for Metalbeard just yet. And you can tell Metalbeard has got that sight in front of him, that target locked, and he's like, kill quick before he builds more OP Terran units. You can tell this is a very small army for Zerg. Definitely should be waiting for a lot more Roach Ravager, but of course, if you are too busy thinking about how overpowered your opponent is, you're not going to be thinking straight, are you? Metalbeard just took a terrible fight, threw away a massive amount of units for no good reason. Patches is going to try and do a counter drop to get himself back in this game, and he's just trying to mass Marines tanks. He's going to build a 4th command center to try and recover. It's still only on 2 gases, but is oversaturated in the main as well. Patches can recover, I mean, the worker count. Metalbeard's just still building nothing but unupgraded Roach Ling, and is now building a Baneling Nest. Mate, you built an Evo chamber. You're getting +1 range. Oh my god, and +1 melee. Carapace is the most important upgrade versus Bio. But of course, Metalbeard doesn't know that, because Metalbeard has never actually studied the game. Metalbeard, remember, it's not in your power. Improving at StarCraft is always outside of your realm of control, guys. It's just one of those things. You've got to learn as a player to evolve. Make sure you remember there's nothing you can ever do to avoid tragedy, consequences in your life, guys. Life is something that happens to you, and you are a helpless agent within it. And that's something I think StarCraft, people say, you know, StarCraft's a video game, don't waste your time playing video games. I think StarCraft's it's filled with good life lessons, because you're constantly learning about the nature of reality and how everyone else has more money, they have a better spawn location than you, They've got better job opportunities, and that's just because the world is unfair and they are playing the better race, the better faction. They're taller than you, more handsome, better looking, and it's not your fault. That there was a perfectly executed attack into a superior army while leaving half of your army at home and not having droned for 3 minutes straight. But remember, stim, A move, stim, A move, stim, A move, hashtag 4.6k. I guess these guys are 4.6k, which for those who don't know is Masters League. That's Masters 3. And it looks like it. I mean, they've both got pretty good APM. And Metalbeard's done some things very well in this game, mixed with being mentally fragile. Fuck, it must suck to know all you do is A move, the easiest race in this game. Guys, Metalbeard has not used control groups this whole time. I can tell. No army control group. They've literally just F2 A move. Their fights have been horrendous. Like, not bad. They've been horrendous. Attacking it. Why? Why are you attacking around a corner with like these Zerglings? Like, group up. Wait for the Banes, mate. Come on. Oh my god. Is now swapping into Lingbane once again with no carapace upgrades. Has the wrong upgrades. Has not spread creep other than a single tumor this entire game. Has been probably missing injects pretty bad. Yeah, there's like 5 injects on the natural queen. She's got 125 energy that she's just sitting on that hasn't been used. And so slow to scramble to defend this. Oh! Patches is dropping single marines to set off the banelings. Each time taking, obviously, a very good trade. Banelings 50 minerals, 25 gas. And a marine's only 50 minerals, so hey. It's a pretty good trade anytime, especially if it's a full hit point marine. It'll take 2 banelings to kill, which becomes a disgustingly good trade because they're losing 150 resources for your 50. It's a 3-to-1 trade if you can drop that. If you drop a full hit point marauder in there, I think it's like 7 banelings or something blow up on it, which is just disgustingly efficient. But you can tell Patches is having fun now. Is like, hey, this player has no creep, they have no follow through. I might not have the perfect macro, but you know what? My opponent is fragile, man. And even after taking that bad fight into the roaches early, Metalbeard just never droned up properly, never added the carapace upgrades. It's 2-2 Bio right now versus only attack upgrades. The Marauders up front, the Marines in the back. Look at that pre-spread. Oh my god, the positioning is really slick for Patches. Look at that A move. Did you guys see the A move in that fight? A move, A move, A move. You got to Masters League without even knowing how to micro. Come on, I can hear Metalbeard's high-pitched kind of whining sound. I love how literally, the only micro you ever have to do is stim and run away. You enjoy your A-move win. That was beautiful. The Marines, the Marauders left in front, the Marines splitting from them, spreading off creep, the tanks sieged in a nice arc, and already trying to rewrite it to, well, you just ran away, that's all you did. Just stim and run away, it's still so easy. Metalbeard, here's a hot tip, make this upgrade first. Also spread creep. Also, at some point, if you take a good fight, deny the third, pull back, drone up a little bit, and then sync up another attack with your upgrade timings. You might actually win some StarCraft games and stop being a whiny little bitch, dare I say. Ah, man, I love it. Guys, it's good to be back. You know, I've been very sloppy my first few days back on the ladder after a few weeks without playing StarCraft, but watching this inspires me. It reminds me that as fragile as my own mentality and skills might be right now, there's someone else out there who's even more fragile and defeating themselves before the game even begins. Hope you guys enjoyed these games. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Patreon and everything down below. Click subscribe and all that good stuff. Click on another video on the screen if you want to see other people crying their eyes out when they lose StarCraft games, or sometimes even when they win. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. Goodbye and good night.